Politics, religion, and economic issue. Regional, international, spiritual issues too. Agricultural, environmental, and trending to subject matter. We fear none, we back down. Freedom of speech is enshrined in the land. God, we freedom. Jealous and they in Cuba. Russians and Chinese and lucky like we. Right now North Korea wish they had it too. Most of the Caribbean lucky like we. Studio Galaxy there for you and me. Galaxy Equalizer ready like Freddy. And Studio Galaxy 473 in Confero. We freedom of speech is sacrosanct. Make use of it. Let no one challenge. Blow your shell, beat your drum, tell others. Like and share, subscribe and discuss it too. Let the world know Studio Galaxy is around. Studio Galaxy in Confero, hope you know. 473 standing strong is yours, you know. The medium, an opportunity for you. Make your contribution, let them know. Blow your shell, beat your drum, tell others. Like and share, subscribe and discuss it too. Let the world know Studio Galaxy is a road. Cuba, Russians and Chinese and lucky like we. Iran and North Korea wish they had it too. Most of the Caribbean lucky like we. Studio Galaxy day for you and me. Blow your shell, beat your drum, tell others. Like and share, subscribe and discuss it too. Let the world know Studio Galaxy is around. Studio Galaxy in Confero, hope you know. 473 standing strong is yours, you know. The medium, an opportunity for you. Make your contribution, let them know. Democracy in Spice Isles is alive and well. Ask you questions, sing and beat. Economic issue, regional, international, spiritual issues too. Agricultural, environmental, and trending to subject matter. We fear none, we back down. Freedom of speech is enshrined in the land. God, we freedom. Jealous and they in Cuba. Russians and Chinese and lucky like we. Right now North Korea wish they had it too.
Welcome brothers, welcome sisters, welcome to our program this morning. That's Studio Galaxy 473 in Confero. Always remember, the number to call is 536-2558. And we always provoke discussion. And we encourage you to share our program, like our program, subscribe. You have to give us an opportunity to grow. And you help us to grow. That's the best thing you could do for us. Help us to grow. Even if you don't like us so much, help us to grow because you may like us in the future. The topic this morning is, shouldn't more information be provided for farmers? We believe our farmers is starved from information. And when you speak, people generally say, well, they have all this information on the internet. On the other hand, you hear the authorities make the statement that the majority of farmers are over 50 years. So most of these farmers don't have the talents, don't have the skills, and don't have the time to access the information on the internet. For those young ones and perhaps those experts who know about technology, they would shock to know how much we are strangers to these technology. It's only the few daring elderly that interfere with it. So the farmers are not able to access the technology as readily as you. And every now and then their phone fall and crash. And anything they put on the phone, they lose it. So they go and buy a phone, and then they go to some younger person to help them recover. My phone crashed. I went to the bank, and the bank encouraged me to put my information so I could see how my account running. Well, my account hardly run. It is stagnant. But when I lost the phone, I lost the app that the bank put. So I remember the password, but I can't remember the app. I promised to go back to the bank. That is 6 months now. And I say that to tell you how much trouble a lot of our farmers are in. So this morning, we have with us our brother as usual, Joshua.
Good morning.
On the Galaxy Equalizers. Shouldn't more information be provided to farmers? Joshua.
Absolutely, yes, and yes, and yes. I'm going to just make a little comment as I do about the world situation and what's going on, because we're still in that position in terms of the request from the U.S. To have surveillance equipment in Morris Bishop, and we're still pending a decision from our political leaders, and things are still very unstable in the Caribbean Sea with our fishermen around not daring to kind of operate and go fishing for the fear of losing their lives. I know there's a big buildup of American power in the sea. But I continue week after week, hope that, senses prevail and whatever's going on, we can talk it out, negotiation, rather than killing. One life lost is one life too many. So that's my take on the world affairs. But should farmers be provided with credible information, more information, as Mr. Pierre said? And the answer is absolutely yes. And I'm going to step back a little in terms of that and explain why I believe farmers are not given information, why I believe that the MOU that you hear the announcement on every so often on the news, etc., it really does not get implemented whereby the farmers can fully benefit. I think the main reason why farmers are not treated as first-class citizens and given all the up-to-date information and included in the planning by the various ministries, because for farming to develop, there has to be a link with different ministry: agriculture, tourism, education, foreign affairs, etc. But what I think is happening is that our educational system, which I believe is a colonial system, and Mr. Pierre don't like these words, but it's a system that benefits the few and not the many. I was looking at a forum that was held recently about the CBI, and I looked around for the farmers representative and anybody with a farming kind of perspective, and there wasn't any, I think that is a classical example of how farmers are treated and excluded from mainstream societal planning, because the CBI program, which one would think is designed to benefit the masses, tend to benefit the outside investors. And I know they're making an effort in terms of Grenadian investors, but very small. And the argument that they make is that, no, it doesn't benefit the outside investors. Grenadians benefit as well. And the evidence they give is that, well, Grenadians are working on the building site, and Grenadians will get some jobs in the hotels. But that alone is not enough. The CBI should be primarily used for transformational project in Grenada. Grenadians should benefit. The ordinary working man should feel the benefit of the CBI program. Now, we have had, announcements that are very exciting. The last one that I heard is that we had an MOU in terms of with Brazil. Now, Brazil is part of the BRICS countries. I'll remind you what the BRICS mean. It means Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. This is the group of nations that they call, the Southern nation, developing nation. They're the so-called booming nation. That's wrong. Now, Brazil is a leading country in terms of lumber, in terms of forestry, in terms of agriculture, and many other things that I'm not aware of, but I see their products. But agriculture, Brazil stands at the front of the line when it comes to agriculture. We have an MOU with Brazil, and I don't see anything happening. I'm certainly haven't heard or not been included in any forum about the MOU. We desperate. When I heard MOU with Brazil, I said we're going to have chicken feed. We're going to have chicken kind of growing in 4 or 5 weeks. We're going to have all the benefits, all the technology transfer that Brazil have, because Brazil is one of those countries that's not frightened of exchanging technology with developing country. In fact, that they go out of their way to transfer their technology to developing countries. We grew up in a society where we were just supposed to be producers. We weren't supposed to have technology transferred. We're just an extraction economy. And I know, I'm going to be topical. I know lots of people have been talking about Deacon travel and wasting time and wasting money. And even we had a program in terms of an African province that he went to. And we were talking about, well, what benefit are we, going to get from his travel to that province? I guess Mr. Pierre remember the name he'll tell you.
Trabajo or something. A Boko Haram place. And he started in 2018.
Yeah. So, so my take is that, Deacon is trying to open up new markets, and he's trying to move away from a situation that he probably just realized. So I think what he's realized is that we are basically aligned to the West as the Caribbean region. The West are supposed to be our friends. But what he's probably found out that, loads of people who are into politics would know, we don't really get anything from the West. We don't get concessionary loans anymore. We don't get technology transfer. We don't get preferential treatment as we used to do. So we don't get anything from the West. But what they probably realize is this. Even though we don't get anything from the West, we have to behave ourselves because although we don't get nothing, the West can punish us. They can hurt us. So this is a little bit of deep politics that probably people don't talk about. You know, you might want to say you're independent and you could do this and that and all the rest of it. So I think, you know, Deacon and them are saying, well, if we're not getting anything from the West, let's open new kind of trade routes, etc. But the information is not shared with the general public, just as we are focusing this morning on shouldn't farmers get more information? And the answer is yes. Why are farmers treated as though they don't matter? Why are farmers not included in this MOU? What is priority for the agricultural sector? Because they mentioned, you know, part of it is agriculture, as other things. I mean, I heard this thing about the blue economy. I didn't even know what the blue economy is. And one of my friends said, Joshua, don't study them. The blue economy is anything to do with the sea.
Sea and the show.
The sea and the show. So, I mean, I've been looking at Telescope because... you know, there is a lot of poverty in Telescope, and there's a lot of people living on the shoreline who could do with some kind of directions in terms of creating self-employment, etc. And I kind of think, well, why don't we do lobster farming or some kind of farming there? I know we started with CMOS, and we talk about CMOS and CMOS potential, but this was kind of projects that were done ages ago under the last administration. But
new initiatives.
Yeah, but we have this thing with China, the MOU. The Chinese are willing to transfer technology.
You really believe that?
Yes, sir.
Joshua, the Chinese, when they come in your country, they come for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
The Chinese will spend 25 years in your country and they pretend they can't speak English.
Yeah.
They invented diplomacy.
Yeah.
And it's the most racist country in the world.
China
is the most racist country in the world. But
I have an experience that I must say. And I spent a lot of time in China, in Beijing.
When you go in China, you go there as a tourist. That is marketing.
Yeah, I go there as
and
a businessman.
They bring you where they want you to go. And they shower diplomacy on you.
Yeah.
The Chinese invented diplomacy.
Yeah, that's good because you know it's a big statement, and I don't want to get too drawn away from
information.
Yes.
How does all what the government is doing might be genuine, but the government is not a large. It's not a secret agency.
Yes.
They have been placed into power for the farmers. So if you're doing something good for the farmers, tell the farmers. The farmers are not supposed to be ifing and effing and speculating and hoping because I support you, you're doing something correct. Provide the information for the farmers. And on the Prime Minister's traveling, I've always asked the Prime Minister to make Deacon Mitchell the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Because it is you cannot have a Minister of Foreign Affairs and you traveling more than the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
But he likes the plane.
Then make Deacon Mitchell the Minister of Foreign Affairs instead of making Joseph Andal a mama pool. Because that's what you do. You emasculate him and domesticate him for public ridicule. The man is, then you go and play up with the tie and your mama guide him. When the guy go back in his constituency, he looking like a fool. So the information, shouldn't more information be provided for the farmers? Joshua, we just had a hurricane. and the farmers were roughed up.
Yes.
So shouldn't that be an opportunity
Yeah.
for a brand new day where the information is provided for the farmer?
Yeah, and I think it goes back to our system. We have consultation, we have talk, we even drink together in the rum shop when we're campaigning for election. After election, whoever win, they forget us, and we see them again in another 4 or 5 years. But it's desperate if we're genuine about our country and we're genuine about development of our island, and we're genuine as ministers that we want to make a difference. We will be inclusive. Outside of the program, Mr. Pierre had mentioned. Shouldn't there be some kind of monthly or every 3 months kind of updates in terms of these MOU? What's going on? What progress has been made? And this is not any rocket science suggestion. These are basic things that should be there. You cannot keep excluding your people from information. Information is what's going to drive our societies, what's going to help our young people develop and grow and become inventive. But at the moment, it's like we're in the Soviet Union. We can't get any information in terms of what's happening with these MOU. We cannot get any update. We cannot see what incentive there is for farmers, because we know when you set out a system of incentives, people or farmers, they kind of strive towards those incentives and they take it off and progress is made. But we're in the Soviet Union when it comes to information sharing with the farmers. We have the okay, I'm going to try and prevent some criticism. We have these World Bank projects, and it's been going on from the previous administration. And please, people, don't tell me, well, we have the World Bank project, and this, because that is something that we've had ongoing, and it's about our food security, etc. We have so much to gain in terms of using technology in agriculture. China is the main kind of manufacturer in terms of solarizing. We can solarize our pens. We can get into, partnership with whoever, whether it's the Europeans, whether it's the Chinese, etc. But we had these MOU and we had the announcement. And, I'm not going to claim I'm any great farmers, but I am in farming. And nothing,
So, every time I hear people speak about government and I realize they're trying to hide information, I'm very suspicious of them. Albert Einstein warned us about our intelligence, and he said they don't trust them where morality is concerned. These individuals travel, and I genuinely believe a lot of time when they travel, they forget what they travel for. And when they come back, they say they sign a MOU. And what does it mean? We don't know. But after burial, farmers have been roughed up. I don't think farmers was seriously damaged. But let me say they've been roughed up badly.
Some were serious.
Yeah, because the Carrico farmers and it would have been bad. But on a whole, now, shouldn't information be provided for the farmers? The government gave them some assistance for budgetary support. I don't
Something
know,
like
I
that.
don't know what they call it, but,
Yeah.
to
Social support, so
social
that
support.
they could continue.
And that
eating.
was welcome and good.
Yeah.
But shouldn't farmers be provided with some even husbandry information? Your crops fell. Your crops have been roughed up. Your crops have been stressed out. What are some of the things you do to quickly recover? We have, most times I don't like to speak about Cocoa Association and Nutmeg Association. I give up on them a lot of years ago. But you compare when you're speaking about information. Because even if the government is busy, they throwing all about and they forget the farmer. The Cocoa Association and the Nutmeg Association should not forget the farmers. They have a staff. They have the computer. They have access to extension. And they could provide a yearly or every 6 months some bits of information for the farmers.
Monthly. To be relevant, it needs to be
They
monthly.
have programs on the radio. And these programs have nothing to do with the ministry. That is radio station and we doing with programs. Well, we are enemy number one. They don't want to see us. They don't want to hear about us. Because they believe sometimes we refer to the name. But are they not obligated to provide information for farmers? Bearing in mind, the farmers you're dealing with are not university graduates. And they in the land from morning to... Some of them perhaps could only use the phone to make a call. Some of them, you don't even see them on Facebook because they don't know how to go on Facebook. And if they're on Facebook, it's the children that take them and put them on Facebook to have access to use their phone. Even they take out a picture of crops in the land, they don't know how to store it on cloud. So shouldn't the government, shouldn't the ministry, shouldn't the Cocoa Association, there are other little farmers association like beekeeping, but they don't organize. They're just a small thing.
They'll get better.
But a reputable, well-organized organization are cocoa, nutmeg, and the Ministry of Agriculture.
And Mr. Pierre 100, I agree 100% with you. But I'm going to share the gossip on our program. A lot of our leaders, including, our senators, etc., I think there's a belief that you don't go on certain programs because it's political, or you don't kind of interview with certain people. And, we're living in a democratic system where we have differences of view and we share it and we debate it, etc. But I think people have tended to take sides. So people would say to me, oh, these programs are radical NNP programs, or this is NDC kind of program. And people like our senator, as far as I'm concerned, should stay out of the politics if that is what they want to do. But they should be visiting every station that talks about agriculture, give their views, motivate farmers and the nation, etc. But we have regressed to Russia. No information. I know it, but I don't have to tell you. I don't have to share
They
it.
put you in jail.
Yeah.
If you insist, they jail you.
Yeah, and the minister, I've signed the MOU. Nothing to do with all you. It's to do with the government of Grenada. And that attitude, that uncaring attitude is wrong. We have to overcome this attitude and remember we are representing the people, and the people include farmers, the people include many interest groups. This kind of attitude of I ain't going on this program now and not
Well,
doing
they don't
this.
have, the ministry don't have to come on any program. The ministry have a marketing arm and they have an information arm. So all we're saying is
Give us.
provide, not for us, provide information to the farmers. We will get it anyway because we are farmers. Provide information to the farmers. You just had a hurricane. We lost, the hurricane battered the nutmeg industry. Ivan and Emily. A number of farmers answered the call, they planned back nutmeg.
Yeah.
Now those nutmegs are fully bearing. Now, shouldn't you provide information? Some nutmeg trees need to cut. The top of the nutmeg tree needs to prune. Maybe the farmers could, I don't know what they could do to salvage. So if another hurricane come I think I saw a farmer in Jamaica. I don't know if it's AI manufactured or not, but it seems as though he trim out all the leaves in his planting stool before the hurricane come, and after the hurricane, all his planting was standing. You see, they will grow back.
That's good.
No, I don't know if that could work. Shouldn't they telling farmers now what distance to plant the nutmeg? Because obviously, we planting too much trees on a plot of land. So you have the nutmeg, the cocoa, the bread nut, the spice, everything jam up. Everything growing tall like telephone posts. And when the wind passes, it mash up also. What type of fertilizer? Because the farmers was seriously traumatized. Some of them would have dead. And you have this, and they cannot say they don't have what it takes. They computers, when you go in this office, they're full of computer. They have masters, those guys bright like smoke. They have certificate.
Yeah, we have a lot of bright people.
They have access to Cardi and ICA and the university and other countries. So they have modules. So why is it they're not providing more information to the farmers? It baffles my mind. Then you have the farmers' representative in parliament. So in addition to cocoa, nutmeg, the ministry extension division, the farmers' representative could lobby them to provide information. He don't have to do it, but he could lobby them to provide it. You don't have to come on our stations, on our little
But
podcasts.
how you could represent farmers and don't go on farming programs?
Well, you see, you wasn't here during the revolution.
Yes, I came in on the only flight that came into Grenada that day. March the 13th, I came in from
How
Trinidad.
long you stayed there?
I stayed about 6 months.
It's still long when they tried to arrest them, Joseph Ferron. No, we had a meeting. We had a meeting in agriculture during the revolution that to revive the goat society. I was working in a different parish, but I had to attend that meeting. The meeting was Thursday afternoon, 5:30. But I don't know what happened, if I forget, if I was in the ram shop, if I was doing plenty work as usual, whatever happened, but I forgot. By the time Friday, somebody said they take Samjo. Met somebody in Grammy say, you know they take Samjo? Well, I never, because the meeting didn't come back in my mind.
Yeah.
And then a little while after that, we heard they arrested Samjo. These officers, agriculture people, went to have a meeting to revive the goat society. And Samjo got locked up because they thought he went to overthrow the government.
Oh dear.
Now, I say that as you speak about Russia and these individuals, they become so paranoid, so suspicious, that they become the worst enemy.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't even invite these people to come to my program. I will always welcome them. But I wouldn't stretch out my hand and invite them because I know they're suspicious and believe you want to overthrow them in a democratic country. But the issue is provide information for the farmer, husbandry practice, marketing information. You have this big issue, the fishermen, you update the fishermen on what you're doing. A fisherman might be reluctant to invest in a boat. He's waiting to see what is going to happen in January. And you're supposed to encourage him to continue his investment irrespective of what we're going to get market.
Yeah, I think that is so important in terms of consistency and confidence building. We had this hoo-ha, probably about a year ago, maybe 9 months, that we were going to have a farmers' day, and we suggested that it'll be a farmers' week. And that was going to take place in March. March came, March went, Not a word what's going on in terms of that. Now, we are one of those people who like to bury good news as well, because we've had great news coming out from our plantain farmers, our banana farmers, our cash crop farmers. They really rose to the call. The clarion call came and they rose and they produced and they produced. We produce so much now that the word over the past kind of couple of months is that we have an oversupply of plantains and banana. Now, that is great news, but shouldn't we kind of be creating an incentive now whereby this oversupply of plantain either goes to the school feeding program or it goes to the state institutions, or we get creative and innovative and we say, okay, we're going to buy all these plantains and we're going to do secondary processing. So we're going to incentivize a group of secondary processors, and we're going to say to you as secondary processor, we are going to give you some, incentives so you can do this for a year or 2 years to get you off the ground. Shouldn't we be thinking like that? And this is not rocket science thinking. This is just hard work, logical kind of thinking. Beryl mash up our plantain. We rose up, we got them back up, we over producing, we're looking for export. But the thing about it, if we collaborate and work together, and it doesn't matter where the ideas come from, as long as it's good ideas, we take the best ideas and we make it benefit our citizens, and we make it benefit our country.
That is why we provoke discussion. From day one, we say we don't have answers. We provoke discussion. So if you hear something coming from a program that is good and you want to take it, what we do is we provoke discussion. We don't own no good ideas. But I've heard a lot of people speak about schools. And you have to change the culture of the teachers and the workers in the school. Because they don't want to peel fig.
But
now in Trinidad, over the years, they cut out the fig head, they cut out the fig tail.
Yes.
They put it in hot water with the skin. And when the fig boil, they take out it and it's good.
Yeah. But that's how I cook my fig.
Right,
and, and the nutrition is supposed to remain.
But they're not going to do that in school. So the children are going to get right.
Oh, God.
If they give them a little piece of fig, is as how they just give tomatoes. They cut it with a razor blade. They cut cucumber with a razor blade.
Oh, dear.
So over a period of time, a generation, our children lose the taste for our natural foods. And they develop a hunger, an addiction for macaroni. You ever think in a packet, what they call it again? Quick.
Ramen.
Ramen.
Ramen is my fallback food.
Rice. Because for 10, 15 years, what we produced was a side dish. They cut the razor blade, they cut the tomatoes like a razor blade. Piece of cucumber, they peel out all the skin and they give the child, and normally the children leave it right where they put it.
Yeah. So let me just kind of give public information now to the school. School, I'm not no chef, but I cook my bananas. I put a little oil in the water. I cut out the top and the bottom of the banana, and I push a little knife in it to see if it cook. And when it cook, I throw out the water. I peel it easy, nothing.
What you do with the skin?
What you do with the skin?
The skin. I have to confess. I throw it back in the land.
Well, that is good.
That's what we're checking on there.
But you could use the skin and give it to the sheep or the goat,
Yeah, I don't.
or the pigs,
Yeah.
or the fowls. Yard, if you have yard fowls.
No. I live in a nice.
Well, I understand
residential
that.
area.
I understand that. You. But we're just saying that the school could do it.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
school could encourage a farmer
Yeah,
to collect they sing every day for the pig or the sheep or the goat or the cow.
Chicken, a lot of them have this big chicken
But
project.
that is where we talk about information. So the ministry now, the czars, those guys who speak in English more than the British and the well-dressed, these czars in the ministry could spend some time selling that idea, to the school in terms of how well they could speak. Sell it. It might take 2-3 years to sell it, but at least the process. But otherwise, while you're doing that and your relationship with China and technology transfer, we have the capacity to consume, but we don't want technology to produce. You see, we have to have some cultural and attitude intervention in here. And it's sad that our intelligentsia in the cocoa, the nutmeg board, and the ministry is not on board with us.
Yeah.
Because you must have intervention in culture and attitude practice for us to have the capacity
Yeah.
to accept the technology.
Yeah, and you need interconnection with different kind of ministries and different groups because they.
Well, if we have the cocoa board, the nutmeg board, we have the parliamentary representative at the highest level. You know, the farmers have representation at the highest level. So if you have that, you have the people who see after nutrition.
Yeah, food and
So
nutrition.
the parliamentary representative for the farmers could be the glue, could be the coordinator, could be the facilitator,
Or
could be the
oversight.
one who engineer, the one who show the link. It could be the conduit, like a piece of pipe.
Yeah,
And you know when
conduit.
you move water from one area, so he could be that pipe to move. Conduit is the right word.
Yeah, yeah.
Conduit.
Yeah.
I like that word. Conduit. So we have so the parliamentary representative at the highest level. So what we want more? Because it is easy to say,
We want implementation.
I don't know how we're going to do that. And that is why we are here now, provoking the discussion, telling you what your role might be, and you're angry with us. If you get a chance, they're closing us down.
No man, a lot of people just meet
You-
me in the road and say, "Hey, I just listen to you."
You didn't hear what they said to do
You
Andre?
unfair.
They said, drag him in the street. You know.
Andre is a political.
Financial, they say they want financial strangulation.
Yeah, but Andre.
But ultimately, we have to convince people that the farmers need more information.
yeah.
And you can't tell the farmers go on the internet.
Yeah. And yes, they do. But let me say something about Andre. Andre.
Why you think I try to avoid you? Why you think I try to leave Angelo?
Andre is a Grenadian institution, whether you like him or you don't like him. Chem is a Grenadian institution, whether you like him or you don't like him. These guys have been around forever. And we have to be tolerant enough not to drag him through financial ruin.
You see, we have to come to the reality that the farmers need more information.
Yes.
I constantly say to people, the farmers have their land. You could do what you want, the land is theirs.
Yes.
And we have a democratic system. Most of them are freehold. All this is good words to use, freehold. So the children may not have access to this land until the children get old. So you have to work. The average farmer, they claim, is over 50 years. The farmer is not technologically savvy. And if you taking history with me, go and ask Ramdani that on the land if he technologically savvy.
But Mr. Pierre, I like to think I'm a fair writer.
But are you technologically savvy?
A little bit.
When you say a little bit, what do you mean?
Well,
On a scale of 1 to 10, how savvy are you with the use of this technology?
about 5.
Well, you're good.
You good?
I'd say a 1.5.
No, but I write. I use the keyboards and the computer, and I
Well,
send.
yeah, that is old technology. This is old technology. The computer there, how much, the keyboards there, how much years now? About
Yeah.
60, 70 years.
No, but I was going to make a suggestion. I was going to make a suggestion to try and differentiate us from other programs. What about if I wrote a letter to the Minister of Agriculture and asking that, farmers get more access to this MOU and understand it, and there is, suggest like at least a monthly update for.
If he's a writer, right, that is good.
Yeah, all right.
The government, I politically stay away from the government policy. Now, honestly, I think the government basically are political lunatics. But in terms of the farmers,
Mr. Pierre, I'm not posting. I'm not posting your bill.
no, don't agree. But in terms of the farmers, I don't see why is it the government can see the need to provide more information for the farmers. You have nutmeg farmers. And when we had Ivan, a significant percentage of the nutmeg tree fell. The nutmeg tree wasn't so damaged in St. Patrick's. A lot of them did not fall in St. Patrick's. But a couple of years after, a lot of them died. It appears that the trees was roughed up so badly that we did not implement husbandry practices to salvage.
That's an interesting
damaged
topic. Yeah, that's.
Now we had
interesting.
massive discussion on that at that time. Recommendations was made, but again, so we had examples. Now you have beryl. Beryl have not affected Grenada so much, except some part of St. Patrick and St. Andrews in terms of agriculture.
It begs me to ask the question, mischievous question. Why is it appears as though our leaders don't like the people once they get into power? And why is it appears as though they're not willing to go the extra mile for people once they get into power? But when they're on the people's veranda asking for the vote, they're doing anything.
Our people have been choosing wrong politicians. Anytime a politician afraid to sit down with you and discuss issues, not a good politician. The politician hiding. Anytime a politician can tell you a plan, the politician have a secret agenda. And some of our politicians are not success story. If a man can't even manage a blasted wife, home, he can't manage his family, he has no income. He's not 18 years to say the individuals was in school, they was agitating, they was in group, they were very active. You find individual over 25 never make a day work in their life. You go choose them to represent you.
Oh, God. Well, that's why I stay out of politics, because I could never control my women. So I'm staying out
You
of
see the
politics.
problem. You see the word you use. Already you're wrong. You don't do that. A man's supposed to love his woman as he loves himself.
Yeah.
And the woman's supposed to respect the man. And they say, one woman, and you're supposed to love her as you love yourself. That's why you're cooking by yourself now. But anyway, we have to be careful that if a politician, somebody come to represent you, the person can't help themselves.
Yeah.
What do you think they will help you?
Yeah, but you make a good point.
You make wrong choice.
Yeah, but you look at track records. Where is the success story, and what is it that you bring into government? Because it's so sad, especially looking into agriculture. There's so many low-hanging fruits, and I think we talked about low-hanging fruits in our program before. Things that we can do without any international help or any kind of major intervention.
What?
And it doesn't happen, and another 4 years passes, and I'm worried now. I'm actually anxious now because I think the current administration has had about 3 years or so. There's not much time left.
No. The current administration only could do damage control now and to see what they could do to survive.
No.
Right now, they're in survival mood, salvaging mood, and damage control. They have no more time to do nothing great.
Yeah, but Grenada as a people have always been on survival mode.
So this is why it's so important for us to continue to provoke discussion on information to be provided for the farmers. Because this is not hard politics.
No.
We are saying that these individuals have all what it takes. They have the computer, they have people that is computer savvy. They could access the information on the internet and put it in a medium that the farmers could have it.
Well, why the Minister of Agriculture, if he doesn't want to mix with farmers and go on farmers' why did he choose agriculture?
Minister of Agriculture is a political lunatic.
Oh, God.
The Minister of Agriculture cut out the water for 22 farmers in Maryville
Oh,
because one of the farmers looking green.
oh, God.
That is a political lunatic.
You don't letting them get away with that,
The-
Mr. Pierre.
The people had the water for 26 years. And they say a big stone fall in the tank. That's why they had to cut out the water.
Right.
I mean, come on, just get a crane and take out the big stone.
Yeah, but remind them about the number. We like when they call and we talk.
The number is, nobody called us. So sorry. 536-2558. We believe that we need to provide information for the farmers. The Ministry of Agriculture on a yearly basis should have an almanac. An almanac that the farmer don't even want to throw away. Because there are certain pertinent agricultural information on it that even the farmers' children would like to have it.
That's wonderful suggestion.
You could have, I remember the days when we shipping banana.
Wonderful
Mike
suggestion.
Noel was the Don on radio, giving tidbits about banana. The ministry have a marketing arm. So even encouraging farmers about do not plant too much trees around your land. Make sure your nutmeg tree is planted 50 feet away from any other tree, except a banana tree. You know, kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Simple tidbits information regular. Look at how the big companies advertise their products. And it is not as hard because they have the computer. They just print up some paper, some information and fly sheets, 5 things. You see, we have to cry out to the authorities that be, because it seems that we are letting the farmers down. We're destroying.
We don't even know what's going on with this marketing board, New Arm or whatever, and who could bring things, who can't bring things. We need the information. The farmers need the
They're
information.
not giving us information.
It's our country. It belongs to all of us. Why not share the information?
But we give up our hope on the chop to pick mango. We give up hope on that. Forget about it. We give up hope on the net
And the seaweed.
We give up hope on the truck to pass around and sell fresh food. We give up hope on that.
Oh,
We give up
gosh,
on that.
gosh.
following
My friend, Revo Farms, just up the road from Dunfermline, opened on Friday. They're selling fresh vegetables and different things in the farms.
Right in front of the farm. I hope I hope my partner don't invite in for their last minute Tiffany. But anyway, I'll come and I'll pass and make sure I get some.
Yes,
Whatever
we
is
have
what.
to support
Because
them.
I normally purchase from him. Like that. But it's important, I believe, that the CMOS people, the fish people, I'm concerned about the people involved in fish.
Let us know progress.
What is it? Give them encouragement and give them hope. And encourage them to invest in the fishing industry, irrespective of. Assure them we may be able to get market. And put things in place. But the Minister of Agriculture, the last time I heard him kicking up is when he's saying one farmer, just one farmer. And then 4 farmers spoke and said, well, it's not one farmer, it's 22 farmers. But they sound very frightened when they speak.
Yes.
Say one farmer turn green. and we don't even asking about the pepper.
Oh,
We don't bother about that.
Black pepper?
No, we don't bother. All we're saying is to provide information. And we're not even blaming the government. Cocoa, nutmeg, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture and the farmers' representative as the facilitator, could come up with a little a handout or brochure, some information sheet, or maybe on the government information service, a program periodically on the government information service where the farmer could call to seek information, or the farmer could write them and ask them questions, or the farmer could WhatsApp them. But I think it is sad, it is unfortunate, it is unfair to suffer our farmers like that.
yeah, because if we have the information being shared, it's development, progress, increasing production, etc. We have to, as a small island, we have to use every means possible to develop every advantage that we can get. We have to use it. So holding back information from the farmers denies our country. It's almost as though our country is being sabotaged by ourselves. I've talked several times how we send Grenadians out to bat and we tie their hands behind their back. We've done that with our concessions to the hotels. Local farmers can't compete with the concessions that are given to hotels. And I realize it was done unwittingly by several governments. We have to stop that kind of attitude of exclusion of our people. We have to stop that attitude of we know best for our people, because clearly the ruling elite don't know what's best for the people, because after 50 odd years, you can't say we've made any significant progress in the development of our people. Yes, thank goodness to some of the governments, we've had infrastructure. When I first came home, I mean, the roads, you had to find the road in the hole. Now electricity is working. We have a major water project, etc. But we really have to focus on the development of our people. And that means, treating farmers with respect, giving them what is theirs. The information is for them. It's not to be hidden in the minister's head and a few civil servants. We all want to play our part in developing our country. Do not deny us, our right to develop Grenada.
If the government provide more information, if the authorities that be, the farmers' organization provide more information for farmers, farmers will be more comfortable. And then farmers will employ more people with them. If you don't, more and more of the land will be cultivated with bamboo, wakanu, and balige. And that is not in your interest.
The tree bees.
The tree bees. That is not in your interest, because a number of farmers would not able to pay labor. It's not easy now for a farmer to employ labor where you have about 2 hours work and then you pay $60 for that. It's not easy. Planting a long-term crop, you have to have money to invest in nutmeg and cocoa. A young person have to be crazy twice to go and say he has a small portion of land, an acre of land, to plant nutmeg and cocoa in it. You have to be crazy twice. Now remember, we are the only country in the region that can export fresh sauersup, not sauersup, fresh sauersup to the U.S. market. The price for fresh sauersup is very good. I don't think it is under $2.50. Sometimes it's $3 or $4. And the people come in and harvest the sauersup for the farmers. Now, how could we increase productivity and production? They have a technique they call hand
Pollination.
pollination.
Yeah, I've seen
Does
it.
the farmer know how to do it? Yes, you have one or two farmers. But how do you encourage farmers to do these things to increase production? How do you encourage farmers to plant more sauersup without damaging the tree crops that they have? You have to tell them, don't cut down your nutmeg and cocoa, because you don't know if sauersup going to, right? So work have to be done.
Yeah, and you make a very good point, and I just want to add to it. I mean, we've talked about technology, about greenhouses, etc. But I've been recently involved with greenhouses, and there is a serious lack of knowledge in terms of greenhouses, in terms of pollination. We're talking about pollination of soursop, and I've seen the bees around on pollination. I've seen the hand pollination, and it can be as effective as about 500% better than just leaving pollination to the bees.
But I say 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bees might come up with about 30-40%.
Yeah, it really
The
is,
insects.
yeah.
But
hand pollination
they
is
say
really
if you
effective.
have 80 flowers and you do hand pollination, you're likely to get 80 fruits.
Yes, yeah.
And these things must be told to the farmers, and you could even have demonstration plot.
Yeah.
So the farmer is reluctant to take
Yeah.
new ideas, so you do it on 1,
Yeah.
3, and
Yeah, and I wanted to share that, the greenhouses, they're struggling with pollination at the moment. What they've been doing is they've been shaking the tomato tree, and they tell me, well, that's a way of pollinating to shake it. They've opened the door for the greenhouse, but the bees are not coming in.
the bees will feel they will trap.
Yes, so there is a need there for some intervention. Anybody who has that kind of knowledge in Grenada, how we can kind of move towards greenhouses and be effective. Because sometimes somebody says, "Oh, get greenhouses; it's going to stop all this kind of." Wastage, etc. But everything that you do
Have its negative.
Yeah, has its challenges.
And a lot of farmers, a lot of bee farmers, don't like vegetable farmers.
Wing pollination.
Let me say that again. A lot of beekeepers, they don't like vegetable farmers.
Yeah, tell us why.
Vegetable farmers use too much chemicals.
Oh.
So a lot of beekeepers don't like vegetable farmers.
I could understand that straight away.
So that's a challenge that you have.
Somebody's asking about Kadi.
Well, Kari, most times you don't hear about this organization is because they're just as the government. They're not doing anything worthy of people hearing, so they're staying quiet.
Yeah, I think with this organization, what I've seen or observed over the time home is that they are dependent on regional or World Bank project. They don't develop their own project and run it out. And that might be as a result of funding. When you have a World Bank project, it comes with the funding.
Yeah, yes. So I think the challenge for these organizations like Kadi and ICA, and you're surprised to know, is local that manning this challenge. It's the same attitude that we have. As if we're walking in a vacuum, and we don't have to relate to the farmers that be.
Yeah.
We want to thank you for being with us today again, and we always encourage you to subscribe to our program because basically we provoke discussion.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank
For
you.
you, make your contribution, let them know. Democracy in Spice Isles is alive and well. Ask you questions, sing and beat you drum.